Welcome back to the Bazaar. I'm rather incoherent, and there's a new patch today. The trouble is I was still learning the old patch. I hadn't played Bazaar for about a month before the most recent patch. I have about 10 hours of experience in the previous patch, so there's still a ton of things I'm learning that have changed since I stopped playing. And bear with me if I'm learning things as we go, which will be the experience for a little while. There's a lot of cool new stuff going on. I'm interested in seeing if we can force Beast of Burden on Pig, but more importantly, I think I'm interested in just playing Pig in general. There's a lot of changes about Pig that I'm fairly hyped for, and all the things that Pig was good at are things that have gone largely under the radar because Pig was the worst thing in the last meta. So most of the stuff I feel comfortable with from the previous meta is largely transferable to this version of Pig. Oh, I've also found out about the overlay with Bazaar Tracker, and I'm going to be using that just because I like having stats. Non-weapons. Do I just push experience? I don't think small items are what I want, so that encourages me to go for a level up on day one plan where I take 2 experience events. And also, just leveling up's very good with a Silver Jabalian Longbow. I do wish this were slightly smaller. It gets in the way of the game just a little bit. I don't think I have a reason to care about duct tape. I'm just gonna go Inglet for maximum gold gain. I played enough of the previous meta to feel very, very comfortable playing Dooley. Every time I played a Dooley game, I found a different powerful thing he was able to do, and I'm kind of hoping that as the game gets balanced, more iterations happen. Every character starts to feel a bit more like Dooley did last patch. Dooley was too strong, admittedly, but he was one of the few characters where it didn't feel like they had a ton of awful options. Seeing Lost Crate against Ayla hurts. This is the shop I would want to go to, but I'm going to take Lost Crate, level up, and gamble on one shop. That is a good shot to be gambling on, I suppose. Oh, hey, Boomerang, new item. 4 speed, 20 damage when you fight against a monster. With this, get a random loot item, and I mean, that's a ton of value over the course of a game. Do I just want to take Ganjo and leave, or do I want to roll? If I get Regal Blade day one, it's kind of a big deal. I'm happy to sell the fur, so I am going to take the Ganjo and roll.
You're really gonna enjoy that.
I think I'm taking the cash register over the Atlatl. We can find an Atlatl later. Cash register's better now.
I want you to be happy.
And that gets us a half decent day one board. With a lot of the more crazy Dooley stuff out, this might even be a good day one board.
One perspective. Youth has its own wisdom.
I'm never too unhappy about Red Envelope day one.
I spent half my life mastering that technique. So like,
are you sure?
All right, we have a Dooley up. Let's see how day one Doolies are looking now. He has a burn core. Wait, no, it's not. He has a friend core with a microdave. I don't think I'm scared of this. I think I should just kill him with Jabalian Longbow. Yeah, that's about right. I didn't realize I was just damn near one-shotting him, but I'm happy with it. Let's see if we can't start figuring out the beginnings of a build on day 2. It's highly unlikely I actually find a crook, but if I could, I'd be happy with it. Oh, and one of the reasons I say that, one of the reasons I like this thing so much, oh, it actually doesn't have any bronze on this day for this. Or sorry, any silver. I wonder if that's just because there's an incredibly low sample size? Seen 4,400 times. I thought this was reset. Either a ton of people are using this or it hasn't actually been reset. Taking a look at it, it does still have old information for Beast of Burden, but if I just want it for general stats and odds, it having tooltips wrong in this regard doesn't really matter to me. Regardless, I think I'm just going to go to JJ. 1 experience is not a huge deal. There are things at JJ that can find runs.
I mean, a customer.
I really don't know how likely it is that I get much value out of this yo-yo, but I am going to take it.
Oh, how about this weather where... Oh, you're leaving.
With the Ganjo, the Tusked Helm isn't that bad, so I'll take that as well.
Come back for a refund.
Happy with this, and very happy with the flail.
I get it.
I don't need another shop. I can take any experience or any guaranteed health events now. Or 2 income. That's also very good. Feels good to be Pig. And I think I just keep this board because I want the boomerang to go off. This says a random loot item, so it should always be one size. This shouldn't affect anything. This beats Rogue Scrapper, so I'm not going to think about anymore whether or not I can make my board better. I know that I can. It's just like, how long does I have to go before Flail outclasses this? And I don't need to worry about it. We win with this. Boomerang's genuinely not a terrible item. At 4 speed, it's just going to deal enough damage off any source of scaling, whether it's weights, Ganjo, Pig's Gem, or something much weirder that's much less reliable. But I genuinely don't even think this is that bad. The biggest problem is that as we get later in days and I find a genuinely good board, it's gonna be very hard to keep this in my stash at 2 size, and I'm gonna be taking it out during PvP fights. But it's definitely nice to have. Oh wait, they said that stuff would happen automatically now, I think, in the patch notes. Evidently that was a lie. I don't need to worry about inventory size, I suppose. I'll just take the rust. We're going weapons. And the reason I love this overlay so much is because it lets you see much more realistically what your odds are by crowdsourcing the data for what people have seen. And all the times Pig on day 2 has gone to the shop with people using the tracker, you can realize you're not actually going to find a crook, is what I'm hearing. But I can still find a Regal Blade, I can still find upgrades to what I'm using. Yeah, I'm happy to go to Ayla.
I'm finished with fighting, but I can help you finish.
A part of me thinks I should buy the briefcase. It's not worth. Like, it doesn't do anything. I've already got an inventory full of items for going to shops. All right, it is objectively better to be holding a briefcase than it is to be holding 2 coins.
Make me proud.
Well, there's the Atlanta later I was talking about. I don't think I can pass up on this one. Goodbye, briefcase. You were objectively better very shortly.
We'll make some more.
Oh, and the reason it's better is for being able to sell it to Quixel for more money.
More is more, I always say.
I can get 2 income or a bronze tier loot item. Flail goes here. I don't think I would rather have touchdown. I just want the speed of this. I could sell the insect wing for the Flail CDR or even for Jabalion. It's not terrible. I'm just gonna hold it for a more late game build. I don't think it's gonna determine the outcome of early fights. And I'm gonna take 2 income here. And I'll take another 2 income, actually. I think it's much less likely this gets a fight on day 2, so I'm happy with just taking 2 income. We have board space. There's nothing I can do to improve my board. They lost their day 1 fight, which is a good sign, and I feel decently strong. Ganjo on Flail, Jabalion. I don't even need to feel that strong. 11 income day 2 is just very, very good. I don't know if I'm gonna win. 30% crit chance, huh? I guess that's understandable. He does have the crow's nest. I probably just lose. I don't think I scale up fast enough to get through this. It'd be nice to be wrong. Actually, no, I win. Crazy. Good job, Flail. I do like the new little flourish at the end. It takes about the same amount of time it used to, but it doesn't feel like it does. I want my card on a coin. We have spare change, skills. I'm gonna go non-weapon items.
The peaceful,
I would like to find Apropos Chapeau.
warful.
Ideally, I would like to play a Beast of Burden Apropos Chapeau build, just because it feels very new and interesting, but I don't know that it actually matters a ton. Pick up the ATM. May as well roll here. Vineyard is presumably no longer bugged. The Matchbox is very good. Also, Piggy Bank's good if I have a rewards card. But it's putting me in an awkward spot where I have to decide what build I'm playing. I'm definitely not playing ATM. When I take the Matchbox, take the Piggy Bank, and be on my way.
But I'm glad.
Oh, seeing Sylvia makes me very sad. I'm surprised it's only 5% per page at Crook. Actually, I don't know. I'm assuming these stats are your odds of seeing on a given page a crook. Not the odds of a given item being a crook, because that's like, especially with Curio, not as clear what that even means. And not your odds of if you roll. I assume this is 5% if you go to the shop, the page will have crook. I don't actually know that's what it says, though. With the number of items, that feels right. She can also sell Apropos Chapeau and Beast of Burden as well. But I really like 2 Gold 1 experience. I'm of the opinion that Lost Crate's like secretly one of the best events in the game. Not even that secretly. So even though Sylvia could be helpful with my current gold value, I'm not going there. I'm a little bit scared of Trooper here because these might say 12, 4, 20, and 10 here, but they've all been buffed. All the bronze and silver weapons are stronger than they used to be. I have no defenses, no regen. This won't have multicast. Maybe I'm off my rocker. I think I'm going to beat Scout Trooper, but it's going to be very, very close. Having no regen's fairly big here because regen is just worth so much health in the early game. I was going to compare them when it said on the overlay a second ago, but I didn't actually look at them before they started getting buffed. Just spaced out. We are catching up on health deficits so far, but yeah, that's the problem. These last 2 hits have to kill him. Oh my god, he was in the process of dying. That's heartbreaking. I was right, it was incredibly close. And if I had any amount of regen, I would have won, but here we are. Well, that's incredibly bad. Throwing away 2 experience on day 2 is not really something you're able to get away with very much. I've taken enough bonus experience that at least I'll still be level 3, or sorry, level 4 at the end of day 3, but that's quite bad. Because I don't have the inventory space right now, I am going to go to Andy.
Size dilutes the brain. Mine is high.
Well, I want the Signet Ring. Don't really feel like I have a huge choice in the matter. Also, Crystal Bonsai has been slightly buffed. I don't really have the inventory space to use it. I'm about to be selling the piggy bank. So I'm just going to take the Signet Ring, and it's not really worth rolling. I think I have to go to middle, even though it's very unlikely I see a crook, because seeing it as a crook, it would be game warping. Boot traps are something special. Oh, I have to win the fight to get the random loot. I don't get my boomerang loot either. Heartbreak. I've got a very strong start to my economy. I could go for boot traps here and then just spend my upgrades on boot traps. I don't currently have good things to spend my guaranteed upgrades on, other than like bronze on the cash register. Actually, I guess onto boomerang would be better. It's hard to say. I think it's highly unlikely this ends up being a part of my build with the way these early shops have went. I'm gonna have to sell stuff to make room when I level up anyway. I'm gonna toss the matchbox and that. Pick up the boot traps. Oh, money is a thing, huh? Well, now I feel extraordinarily stupid. Am I willing to sell things to get the boot traps though, really? Yes. I'm basically willing to throw this day's fight to win this. Because if I have boot traps, this much income, and a boomerang, I feel like I'm going to generate a huge amount of resources and be able to win in the Supreme late game. And I need to clear space anyway for Piggy Bank beyond just leveling up and making space that way. Alright, I'm going to sell this. I'm going to take the boot traps, and I'm actually going to roll as well because it could find crook.
But people thought it was weird.
8 gold for an ATM is worth doing, especially with the boot traps. The issue is I literally can't make the room I need right now. Anyway, I'm going to realize I probably would have won the previous fight, or at least tied, which is a win, if I had sold this insect wing. And it's not worth holding on to that. But I'm not buying this ATM. It's just not really feasible with the money I have. Upgrade a bronze tier item, which is going to go on my cash register.
Moving up in the world.
Take this out. I guess Atlatl comes in. It's not very impressive. And we have a little bit less room than we would like here. But it's fine. We don't need to sell the other 2. We can wait and do that later. This is only NPCs, right? Yeah, monster fights. Just in case the tooltip's wrong, I'm going to sell a 3rd one. I'm pretty sure I didn't get anything on day 1, but I also only had 2 spots on day 1. Also, I don't know why I'm talking like I'm going to win. The board's actually not very good for day 3. It's barely improved since day 2. Man, I can't imagine winning that. Like, you can nerf Burn Core and First Aid and all that, but this is just like a really good burn build in general, and my build's absolute trash. This is not even close. That's fine. As I was saying, I wasn't expecting to be strong on day 3. I mean, I've got to go to Orion. Crook gives me a fully functional build at this point in the game. I am going to toss this, pick up the hatchet, just because I'm trying to scale boots. Are the weights better enough than the Atlatl that I would care? I'd have to make room for them, that's fine. I'm mostly coins right now. For the time being, they are notably better than the Atlatl. Biome, roll, hit crook, have a build. Oh my god, I'm just that good. Well, the weights seem a lot less useful now. Ganja is better than weights currently.
Ooh, I saved that one.
Do I want to try to hold on to a globe? Inventory space starts getting real bad if I pick up that globe. It's on day, not level up, right? Yeah. I'm not too impressed by that then. No, I'm happy with this. Board is substantially better now. Still not good, not for day 4. We'll take a random fight happily. Or not. Can't really imagine any of this is too useful for me. I don't know that I beat Flame Juggler. 900 health is kind of a lot. You take 40 start a fight burn. I have literally no shield. No, I don't beat Flame Juggler. These give me some minor CDR if I get them. The gold sells for, I think, 5 at bronze. I think on average I'm getting more out of fighting Outlands Dervish. Although I should definitely make room before I fight him.
Inlanders. Plump and pampered as babies.
Key and I would be alright, unimpressive, but fine. Shoe blades are obviously the worst drop.
The Bazaar has not softened you.
Alright, Boomerang, what do we have? We have a gland. Wow. Spent 30 gold, 20 more, and I can get a random upgrade. And I do need to get that going sooner rather than later so that I can start upgrading the bad things before I get this to gold. The bonus gold at Quicksilver means nothing to me, but I mean, small and medium items is kind of what I'm all about at the minute.
It's terrifying.
Oh. Yeah, I'll happily just hard buy the upgrade. I don't know that I'm in the business of just buying and selling to spend gold. I don't think I have that kind of money, but I will roll here. Masterpiece, huh? I don't think I have the inventory space for that, unfortunately. And I'm gonna need room after the fights. Only the one, though. So for skills, let's see if these actually help us any. Doesn't look like it at all. I will spend 4 gold to roll those. 7 items, huh? Not really a noisy cricket kind of guy. Is this a property? No, it's a tool. Well, I guess I'm taking left eye and leaving it on the Jabalion. But I'm not thrilled about it. Economics of Minar is very, very good. I've got to take that. Well, alright. Plus 6 gold, plus 8 gold. Not really, like, astounding value, but it's fine. A 3-win Vanessa. I honestly don't know if I'm well poised to beat a 3-win Vanessa. My build's not terrible. I think for day 4, I'm, like, middling now. It's a new patch. It's hard to say exactly where I am in power curve. They are old-style pufferfish build. I've got no idea how good this is now. This might actually be an old ghost. It's like an hour and a half, 2 hours after the patch went live. But this is not adjacent. Pufferfish is on 8 seconds now. This build's been very heavily nerfed, and certainly with this positioning, it didn't do a whole lot to stop me. I don't know how strong Pufferfish is going to be. It's definitely not like the obvious best thing Vanessa can do anymore. Now that it's got the additional 2 seconds it needs to charge every time. It's much harder to go infinite, much harder to be good in the early game. Still fine, but like not de facto best at a glance. I guess I'm going economic items. That could give me straight upgrades on boot traps, actually. That's very good.
I am but a humble farmer. Coins are my
Oinkment, Landscraper, Cash Cannon.
my crop.
Is Cash Cannon better than Ganja? Ganja's got to go off several times before it catches up to the damage Cash Cannon deals just by being a weapon. I'm kind of in the business of gaining a lot of gold. It's sort of my thing right now. Yeah, fine. It's not impressive, but I don't want to upgrade the Ganja with my boot traps anyway. Speaking of, my boot traps appear to have gone off. Maybe it was on the flail. I don't know if this was always silver. I honest to God don't know what it hit. I wasn't even paying attention when it went off because I'm not used to having boot traps. They've been gone from the game for a month. Get out of here, Prospero. Pig's gem at silver is not incredible, but I mean, it works well with Cash Cannon. Works well with boot traps. Takes up space, that's the real problem. Like I said with the boomerang earlier, the real issue with this thing is to fairly quickly get outclassed, at which point, how do I keep space for it? And that's basically my issue with Pig's Gem. Putting it on my board in the future sounds very difficult as a Crook build. I don't necessarily want to be a Crook build, but in the super late game, like if I transition out of Crook into this, Pig's Gem can be kind of dangerously slow. I'm not seeing it. I want to see it. I don't feel like it's the way to go. 100 max health versus non-weapon items. I'm just going to take the guaranteed health. I have no defenses. And I'm happy to fight Gorgon every single time. Most experience, crazy good skill. At least if the game's not like incredibly fast, dominated by damage over time, this is one of the best skills in the game. In recent metas, it has not been particularly impactful though. Did I have a full inventory when I came here and not get my boomerang? I did. Oh, that's a travesty. It's a lot worse when you forget how it works. I'm thinking of it like it's gonna pop up on the screen at the end of the fight, and that's not what it does.
Kind of enjoyed it.
Oh, that's a travesty. Just imagine I got shield increase. I'm still down on gold even if that's the case. 14 gold, huh? I don't think any silver tier loot item was worth 12 gold. All of my items are medium items. Any upgrades have to be medium items if I'm a Crook build.
All about moderation.
Bronze Regal Blade is not it. This is a very low cost to get 16 on my bootstraps. Without upgrading my bootstraps though, it's a slight problem where the bootstraps don't do anything. Like, I don't have any bronze items. Genuinely, I don't think this cash cannon stays on my board for any amount of time. It's a fairly early cash cannon, but like, how much insane... It just isn't gonna scale enough to be good. I'm happy to kill it to make space.
Oh, delivery's free. I like
Even if my board is undoubtedly worse for having done so. Gold tier items. What gold tier item do I not have that I would like to have? I mean, honestly, there's a lot of options there. Don't mind business card at all. The rest of this, not great. Toss one of the coins, I have to, and move on to our fight. Another 3-win Vanessa. My board's actually gotten worse since the previous day. We're looking at another pufferfish build. This one seems like it has less defenses. Not that the other one's defenses worked great with their positioning, but we get a chance to see how strong pufferfish is. This is more or less how I'd expect a day 5 pufferfish build to look. Still racks up good poison, nowhere near fast enough to, I think. Oh, seaweed's still very good, and it's gold seaweed. That's a slight problem for me. Yeah, gold seaweed still just being ridiculously strong. I'm dead. Nothing I can do about it. If that had been any other one-shot item, I'd probably win, but that wasn't even close. Weapons, docks, weapons. I mean, weapons are upgrades. I care about this. Yeah, I'm happy with Ayla.
Few warriors live to retire. Buy my weapons,
Oh.
and you might.
That's terrifying. Makes it a lot easier to stomach upgrading bootstraps. Also, did I push my bootstraps too far? I did. I mean, I take the Lion's Cane, guaranteed. And I take the Crook as well. And that just means we have a wasted bootstraps upgrade, unfortunately. I wasn't expecting to find a store where I wanted to spend 30 gold. Admittedly, if I'd wanted to spend even 11, that would have been too much. All right, make some room. Pick up the Lion's Cane, nothing happens. Pick up the Crook.
I prefer action.
And the Lion's Cane should currently be much better than the Crook. Or sorry, the Atlatl. I may as well roll. There's no reason not to. Hey, that's why I've been not selling the axe.
Hey, when you carry my weapon, I fight alongside you.
And I don't actually want to find it at gold. That's fairly expensive. Do I want to push this? It's going to get upgraded to gold when I reach 7, which will be during this day. At the end of the hour, after the fights. Okay, I think I do want to push it. I just want to buy and sell these with the amount of gold I have. Hello? There we go.
Use it well. Make me proud.
No, I did not realize I was still in the first shop. I am not playing at the top of my game. Middle, can we get some more ridiculous upgrades? I think it's much too late for Regal Blade. Are you fucking joking? Yes, sign me up.
For a free ride home, but people thought it was weird.
Need to spend 12 more gold. This would do it. I don't think I want to throw away the 12 gold, though. The reason this is appealing is because it forces the upgrade onto something I care about. As opposed to, like, buying a silver item. But I'm still not going to spend... Oh, it's actually more gold than I have. I couldn't even do it. Now, normally I don't think I'd feel confident against this guy, but with the Lion Cane and the Gold Crook... 1900's a lot, but I should have at least 12 seconds to hit him with the flail a second time. 300, 600, 900, 1100, 400, 1500. Yeah, I think that's just a kill. I don't think it's particularly close to burning to death. And I have space for the boomerang this time. That's nice. All right, the burn gets pretty high here, but then he dies, right? Oh, that's not good. Well, that's the second time I've thrown an NPC fight. We could be like literally an entire level higher than we currently are. Let's go try to make up for that. Dude, I don't know that that one's gonna go any better. It's not like there's a reason not to fight him though, we're already here. Because we've established that I don't kill 1900 that quickly. This thing takes 16 seconds to go off. I've got a little bit more time than I did last time, I think, but I think I'm still just going to die to the second shot of that. Especially with all of my board being slowed. We're so close to tying. Oh, it's heartbreaking. By relatively small margins, we are down to 9 experience. No gold, though. We've gotten the full gold value on all the fights. We'll go items. We want to get these bootstraps going.
And sometimes I sell stuff.
38, so if I could spend a little bit more than this, it would be good. Gumballs are very strong. I've got the Atlatl already. It would ruin inventory space forever, basically. If I buy Gumballs, I basically have to put the Atlatl in and sell Boomerang. I think that's fine. The Atlatl should be close to online. Yeah, it's at 4 seconds. It's the same speed as Boomerang now. Obviously, I like getting the free loot items, but I think just to be a better Crook build, the Boomerang's gotta go. Take the Gumball machine, we roll. And I just burn the gold on the bushel to force an upgrade onto something. I don't think I'm so rich that I just burn gold now. It won't get an upgrade anyway. I can just burn gold tomorrow if it's the right thing. There will always be future times to waste my money. So upgrades are a lot less valuable than they would be on account of gold, 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 having bootstraps and decent income. Getting the Gumballs upgraded is actually fairly massive, I think. I think it's probably better than his skill to have these Gumballs. And that'll scale us up over time eventually. I would like one more inventory space, actually, because I don't get my Gumballs at the start of the day. Well, that's a damn shame. You're just not going to get Gumballs at the start of the day. This pig is doing notably worse than us. Let's see what's going on with his board. He's got flashy reload. He killed Kirby and Rocket Trooper, left and right-handed. Oh, he's a worse Crook build. I see what's happening. Despite having a belt, he's only got about 150 more health than me. He's level 9. He's level 9? This guy's not losing his NPC fights, apparently. I don't know how you're level 9. Even if I won all of my fights, I'd still be like 9 experience higher. I'd be like here in level 8. Wild. I am very low on experience for this point in the game, unfortunately. Being 7 on 7 is not good. We need to, oh, I lose the coin, not the gumball. For boot traps reasons, that might actually be preferable. I'm happy to go to middle.
Take your time. I'm pretty laid back.
I'm very happy I went to middle. We have a way to win now. We're not doing anything new or interesting. We're not doing Beast of Burden. We're not doing Apropos Chapeau. Those things didn't happen. We're doing Caltrops Crook. I think Flail is genuinely the better card compared to Jabali and Longbow, but because Flail's not been upgraded yet, and because I don't really want to hold either of them, I'm going to take the Caltrops over it. And we're at 36. I'm not going to worry about burning gold here. I've only got 14. That just goes into the gumball machine over time. Going to JJ, we still want to find a belt. What got upgraded? Oh, it was the business card for entering the store. I thought spending money on the gumball has got the bootstraps to go up, but that is not what happens. Not interested in any of that, unfortunately. And this is just free bootstraps.
Happy to make a sale. Sad to say goodbye.
Up to 48, so rolling the next store will upgrade something I care about at Laddle's Signet Ring or Cash Register. Before I do that, I should... Oh wait, I'm immediately triggering it when I click the fight, aren't I? Because of gumballs. So I need to decide if Cash Register is worth it right now. It's obviously a good thing. If it were to get upgraded, that would be an additional 3 gold a day because it's like I'm out of space. It's gotta go. I don't want the gumballs to get bought and then to upgrade that over Signet Ring or at Laddle. Cosmic Rock has the when you crit haste an item for 1 skill. It also just has feathers, which are very good. But I'm so far down in experience, I just think I automatically have to click the turtle. I'm assuming I killed the turtle. Cell got nerfed, but I am a pure weapon. Oh wait, I have Caltrops. What am I worried about? His build's relatively fast. The Caltrops just do a ton of work. I am gonna click recap for the first time I'll run now, because we actually have items that are like not placeholder, where I want to figure out which ones are the best and worst to keep track of it. I know Jabalian's the one I'm looking to get rid of first, but I don't think it's actually anywhere close to my worst item right now. I mean, that's obviously gonna go to the Laddle, where he's here on like an IOU for the future. He's promising he'll be good later.
And you'll win, but
1,000 versus 1,700 on the Caltrops. Actually, not even that far in front of the Laddle. Crook's terrible, but that's how it always goes. And Lion Cane, well, we haven't seen up our health really, so it's unsurprising. Kind of sad the Boomerang's gone. It really did not get as much value as I was hoping for. It's just space management with the pig is so hard. I think I'm happy to go defense for max health.
this is health food. Literally.
Weapon skills on Crook builds tend to be pretty damn good. I'm trying to find ways to scale these up enough to not use the Crook anymore. That's part of why I went for the gumball machine. Not that it has any red gumballs in it, apparently. And especially with Crescendo nerfed to needing like 60 activations now, there's really no way for it to be that good outside of like Dooley or Super Fast Vanessa. This build's never gonna have a good building Crescendo, making Orlin a lot worse. I think that means we have to go Ryukon.
Everyone can be a worm cat, but you will try.
Huh.
Yes?
I don't think it's right to roll when I could just take plus 30 damage on the Caltrops. That's kind of a shitload of damage.
Makes Ryukon look bad.
There could also be some pretty crazy burn enchants that would warp the way the game goes. Have to get out of here. I wish that would auto-close when you went to some... Oh, if you hover him, it comes back? I see. I understand how it's useful, but I just want it off my screen unless I'm hovering him, basically. Maybe a middle click feature, like if you middle click, it just issues the command to close anything that's open. That would be nice. Burn equal to 10% of this item's damage on a Regal Blade, huh? That's potentially horrifying, but it's much too late for us. Burn Yo-Yo. This still only affects mediums, right? Yeah. As cool as these items are, not really a burn build. I'm just gonna sell this before I somehow make a mistake with it. Technically selling them now is a mistake in and of itself, but oh well. How's these bootstraps looking, by the way? At 12. We only have 1 upgrade target left, so probably gonna end up wasting some upgrades. No reason to push at all for that. And Vanessa with 1 win, huh? What's that entail? Poison build that missed pufferfish? Quick freeze, paralyzing rush, hardly working. Oh, it's just a pile of weapons build. Turbo Dock Lines are pretty damn scary. But also, Caltrops are probably just killing him. Like, all of his items deal more damage to him than they do to me.
You've got talent.
That's rough, buddy.
Put it toward nobler use.
I would like to think Caltrops are being the thing we've been building towards this whole time. New patch, new items, cool new strats. Nope, Caltrops. I had moderate success playing Pig, like a lot of 10-win runs, and most of those 10-win runs that actually did well ended up being Crook runs. So seeing Crook go wholly under the radar gives me a lot of confidence for Crook Pig in this build. To briefly touch on like why Crook isn't as nerfed as you might think it is. A lot of the things that hurt Crook from someone who played a shitload of Crook when it was at its peak was that you would be getting a bunch of skill vendors that gave you like the 6 charge skills Pig has access to. It's always the same 6. There weren't any more. They were useless to a Crook build. You see this vendor several times a game. All of those vendors that give you skills that Crook didn't want aren't on your daily level ups now. You can get a lot more experience. You can get a lot more shops to find the things you need. This helps everyone, but I think Crook Pig had like the worst skill vendors in the game. So not having to see them everywhere actually helps Crook Pig a lot. Additionally, anything involving like making the game more consistent with guaranteeing upgrades on certain items, Crook Pig loves that. There's just a lot of things in terms of general gameplay changes that help Crook. Even though Crook itself has been massively nerfed, the surrounding gameplay for the Crook archetype is much better. There's also a lot more ways to like scale up Caltrops and Atlatl outside of Crook now, where you can eventually drop the Crook in the late game. That's very helpful. I guess I'm going middle. Ideally, I find a Crook and I don't have... Oh, hey, it's the Apropocious Bow. I misremembered this guy, apparently. I thought it was for every tag. It's tool, weapon, property, and apparel specifically, so it maxes out at +5 multicast. It's cool. I have a tool. I don't have weapons, properties, or apparel. I don't think slow scaling my Caltrops is it. This is a better card. It's definitely cooler. It pairs in a really funny way with Bob, but I don't think it's good. Also, I can't help but notice Bootstraps has been quietly in the background the whole time I've been talking about this, freeing up my guaranteed upgrade for Crook and removing all the quote-unquote wasted upgrades here. Toss these, we're burning money. Oh, we have no money to burn. I'm happy to roll. If I find something I care about, I'll business card. I mean, that's good, but business card generates 3 gold in perpetuity, so never mind. Slow items will only make me sad. That's not true. It will give me 3 gold, which is the best option anyway.
This bazaar is a manic hive.
Heavy lemonade stand, huh?
It's a comet.
This is decidedly not it. I think I want to hold on to this for several days and get a lot more value out of it. But part of me is like, you just sell it now. You roll for heavy Atlatl, and then you can't afford it anyway. So maybe rein in that hype.
Don't have time to slow down. Perhaps Kronos is more your speed.
It looks like my overlay just died. I'm going to restart game real quick. All right, we're back on track. The feather from the Cosmic Rock is nice. I don't really see myself being able to do anything cool with Femur in this run. I kind of just have to go to Dr. Vortex. I'm so behind on experience. You don't want to be... Like, I've had runs where it's like level 22 on day 13. Level 8 on 8 is really bad. What's crazy is we're not even that weak. We could easily have been level 10 on 8 at this point.
It's all about motivation. You gotta.
Do we have our gumball? Yeah, we do.
Fighting for.
Toss these. Silver tier loot item is probably it. I can't imagine that we ever take 3 gumballs instead. Sharpening stone, gumballs, weapons. What am I at on bootstraps? 36? That sounds like an upgrade waiting.
Warriors live to retire. Buy my weapons, and you might.
So I would need to spend ideally exactly 10 gold and then leave. Or sorry, exactly 10 gold and then roll, which I can't do. I can't spend 8 gold and roll though, which is pretty close in function. So I'm gonna buy the brass knuckles, sell them immediately just to push that, and roll. Buying this upgrades these, which gets them out of the way for more important upgrades, and gets me a second upgrade. Yeah, happily.
Hey, when you carry my weapon, I fight alongside.
Not on Crook, how dare you? Did it upgrade the thing that was already upgrading? Oh, I'll need to see that in the replay, but this was diamond. That had to have been diamonds. Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing that could happen. That's not good. That's a pretty catastrophic waste of a charge. Howdy, help. I'm not sure what I want out of this, but I mean, there's no point thinking too hard. It can basically give me anything in the game.
Now get out of here and
Sure.
keep winning. More
Theoretically, with like more specific good weapons, as I like trim out things like Crook later, if this becomes like a belt and something else individual and massive, that could be more valuable. Right now, it's kind of not very helpful.
My fight is
Oh man, losing the diamond upgrade there fucking hurts. They have bonk? I mean, I have Caltrops. I'm not going to worry too much about it. The Arbalest is not something that Caltrops is well designed against. He's got relatively few items and fewer aquatic, yeah, so this is fine.
next time, boys. Less blunder.
Weird
More
build.
plunder.
I'm not convinced the Diamond Arbalest was the right thing to throw in at the end. I'm fairly broke. I think I'm happy to just take 5 gold here. And a mysterious portal. Holy shit.
Well,
All right, that could be anything. Or garbage. That's also possible. Yeah. I don't have anywhere near enough gold to be thinking about burning right now.
I will be here when you return.
Big Ego's pretty insane off of the Elite Duelist, just getting your weapons have lifesteal. Knife set's also very, very good. I'm playing a Crook build. This guy's useless. This guy is a fairly massive amount of experience. And I know I win. Oh, do I win, actually? Hold up. He has lifesteal. He uses very few weapons. Obviously, I would like to get the Mortal Coil and give something lifesteal. I'd like to get the Scythe. Not really, actually. But I would like to get the Mortal Coil. I would like to get Desperate Cleanse. I would like to get 5 experience. But my board doesn't act like this is not on 1 second cooldown yet. I don't have that much health. This isn't diamond, so it's only dealing 10%. He doesn't use items quickly. I actually don't know I beat Death Knight. I've got to go Elite Duelist, which isn't that upsetting. It's 2 out of 11 for very good items. The knife set is a massive improvement over the Jabalian Longbow, and Big Ego is just absolutely insane. Like, if I get Big Ego, I assume I'm going 10 wins at that point. The knife set is just a nice upgrade. Oh, holy shit, we're going 10 wins, boys. This build just went from fine to royally not okay. So, Mirkwood Bayou, now that poison scales off 10% of damage, would make my Caltrops have 10%, or sorry, 12 poison. 12 poison every time you do anything is pretty aggressively not okay, right? What can I hope for that's better than that? I mean, if it's crit, that's my whole board as 100% crit. I'm gonna check and see if how Bazaar has been updated, actually. It has been updated. It says it's 10% poison. I was worried it would like not scale with it. I feel extraordinarily tempted to just do this. This seems good in like really transparently disgusting ways. Chocolate bars, temp boost items. I'm pretty impoverished at the minute. But at the same time, going to stores generates 3 gold, 1 if I roll.
I mean, a customer.
And I do want to roll. I want to get that going. Oh. This has been very good. It's generated a lot of gold, but I think it's got to go now. Toss the gumball. Toss this. Please do not upgrade the thing I'm buying again.
About this weather, oh, you're leaving.
Oh, it's at 2 off, actually. So I need to go roll at a store. I don't want to buy this because it would just give it a chance of upgrading that. Going to Midsworth.
Come on then.
Oh, I spent gumballs when I went anywhere. Cool. And then I can just buy the Signet Ring to Diamond the hard way.
That's how it's done.
At 4 gold, I could afford to buy a Crook upgrade if I happen. Oh, right, you're Midsworth. What am I fucking talking about? Still, that's, you know, pushing it in the correct direction. Up to 16 again. I feel stupidly strong for the day 9. Like, if I were at 8 wins, I'd be like, cool, diamond win, we're done. I would have no stress whatsoever. Having 123 lifesteal Caltrops with 12 poison. Is this the guy I just fought? No, it's a completely different build. I just saw bonk Vanessa and got worried. But how much poison does that rack up? How quickly? Like, this guy doesn't use very many items, and he's already at 120 poison. What did he heal with? Oh, lifesteal on the heavy gauntlets, of course. Yeah, this feels kind of not okay. This feels kind of gross in a big way. Oh, Bootstraps, it's wonderful to have you back. Imagine how much worse my build is if instead of being like all diamond and gold, my board is like mostly silver, which would be the case. It just allows you to convert Pig's economy into crazy power. Toss this. I do want to go to Andy. It gives me the option of finding several economy items that would be helpful. Not what I was looking for, but absolutely insane. Gumballs are free now. It's so nice to have the old loot back. I've missed you. See, upgrading the business card would suck. That's my issue right now. I can buy it and sell it just because it doesn't cost anything. But I'm not going to hold on to it. I really want this crook to upgrade. I'm not going to get to 13 today. Oh. I can put the crook to critical and give all of this 50% crit chance. And it only cost me 700 health. The thing is, I'm a Caltrops build. 700 health, it actually cost me 900 health, right? Because of snack time being right here. But 50% crit's kind of a shitload. This will be going off every second. This will be going off eventually, because I'll be getting kept alive by Lattice Toxic Caltrops. I think this is right. It's scary as hell to lose this much health. But, like, I just have to do that. And it is still the same functionality. Good. We take Frost Street Champion every time here. A, we just beat him. But B, more importantly, Blizzard is easily the best skill in the game for a crook build. That might not actually be true. It's definitely up there. It'd be in a top 10 list for sure. This thing is just disgustingly strong. You don't get affected by it. Your opponent's board either freezes for 2 seconds or it's nothing because you happen to get unlucky in matchup RNG. But like, Blizzard is just so damn good. Yeah, it's gold. More gold than normal thanks to the loop. I think I've got to go Tuscari here, even though rolling on him is very expensive. What are we looking at on the boots? 46. Toss all of that, please. I'm tempted to roll now just to have rolled to get the value. Yeah, I have no income. That's fine. Hey, the crook is there. Our build just got tremendously more powerful. Your weapons have damage equal to your income, you say. Sign me up.
It's a whole new curriculum out here.
I'll take my free loot item. I think I've just gotta go 2 experience on that. Not really a good argument for anything else. Toss this, toss this. So all that's left is Lattice and Gumball upgrades. Gumball is obviously better, but neither of these are critical. Get a heal enchant on the Lattice is an absolutely insane amount of sustain. It also means if I find the thing where you charge a heal item, it'll just instantly trigger the Atlatl, which I think will then charge the heal item. I forget the exact nature of that skill. But the reason not to put it on Atlatl is because Lion's Cane is going to be on your board just as long. Neither this or Atlatl is ever leaving. This is going to get replaced potentially with like a belt or something. But I could put something like Turbo or Heavy on the Atlatl to greater effect. I think that's silly. I don't need to pursue greater effect. If I do this, I almost assuredly go 10 wins. It's much stronger than putting it here, and I'd rather get out on day 12 than like be stronger on day 15. Toss that Gumball, and let's see what this 6-win pig is doing. Allegedly, my build's only 1 win better than his. We are very similar in power. He does have almost 2,000 more health than me, and a disgusting beast of burden that will poison the absolute shit out of him and deal literally no damage to me thanks to the Caltrops. Oh no. You know, I sat down really hoping to play my own beast of burden build But just countering the shit out of someone else's is pretty funny. It does scale up. Like, it was getting worse as time went on, but just recap real quick. 5,792 damage, that's all of his health. Also 576 poison. And then the 8,800 shield, that was the rest of my build, presumably. Seems like it was the right enchant in retrospect. Oh, also, because it scales with their damage, is up to 18 poison a use now. Crazy. Absolutely disgusting. I don't need any more poison, I'm all poisoned out. I mean, would it be bad if the Lion Cane had 93 poison on it? I would much rather have a Radiant enchant, but that's like a silly argument. I'd much rather have a lot of things. Between going to a weapon store that literally can't sell me anything I want or taking 93 poison, what am I talking about here? I would also like to thank Big Ego for probably single-handedly being the reason I lived through the last fight. Hero merchants can give wild, wild things. I'm not convinced any of them give me things that are clearly good here. Looking at Stell, there's nothing going on my board. With Vanessa and Dooley, it's obviously much, much larger selections of items. I think I go Vanessa for a Cutlass. I don't think either of these are going to sell me anything I actually want. Nah, none of that. And certainly none of this. Flagship's feeling a little bit outclassed by the Beast of Burden currently. 30 more gold to go. And I could theoretically make that happen, but I don't see a reason to. 5 gold tier spare change, huh? That'd be 12 gold versus, so I'm spending 7 gold to get a golden loot item. That doesn't sound right to me. Like, Feather's good, but I'm really just a Caltrops build here. Yeah, we're gonna be ending day 11 at level 12. We are so low on level this run. I don't know how I lost all 3 of my multi-experience fights, but I managed to do it. When I say multi-experience fight, I mean not 2. 2 is the standard rate, which is also a multiple number, so it's a really bad way of referring to it. Also, good job, you didn't sell and make room for your gumball. I'm very dumb. Toss this, I'm gonna need to spend some gold at Kina.
Discounts for peace.
Sure. Upgrade something. That's free, that cost almost nothing. Hey, it's apropos Chappelle. This is up to 20 again. I could spend 24 on this. Well, 8 less, so 16. And get myself pretty close to where I want to be.
Energy's resonating.
44, and the next gumball triggers it now. Oh no!
But I'm glad you bought.
I didn't start the hour. You start the hour when you click. Okay. I thought I messed up really badly. So now it's at 48. I click on something, I get a diamond gumball, I upgrade the Atlatl, full diamond. Free loot item.
Moving up in the world.
I don't have any freeze, and I'm probably not ever going to. Reducing one item's cooldown by 9%. Like, sure, it's better on the Lion Cane. Definitely. But 2 XP? Like, my health's really low. I want that XP. I'm a Caltrops lifesteal build. Upgrading item was actually useless. I can't get better than I already am. So please give me a gold tier skill.
I am just a man who has lived alone.
First 5 times you use a weapon each fight, charge 1 heal item 1 second. That is exactly what I was referring to. The Atlatl will now instantly trigger itself 5 times in the first 2 seconds of the fight.
Wisdom.
Which is, like, not actually that impressive. The diamond version is much better. But still, I'm happy to take that.
You do see these tusks, right? Are you sure? Have you noticed?
He's at 13,000 health, you know, more than double mine. Huge beast of, oh, that makes sense, he has a diamond belt. So the huge beast of burden seems like it should be a problem. However, it doesn't have lifesteal, unlike my entire board. And then it starts triggering, which is just a wash with this, poisoning the shit out of himself. And because his isn't shielded, it's not even a wash, he's just killing himself while I heal up. God, Big Ego has done so much work for this build. Caltrops is probably my favorite big item. I don't necessarily know that it's okay game design. It's incredibly strong, and there's a lot of ways to convert other builds into just winning on Caltrops. What are we on them? Oh, right, bootstraps don't matter anymore. I could just sell them. I'm not going to, I like them, but 260 health is great. Health toughness could get me belt, which would be massively better than the bow.
You might want some armor.
No, thank you.
You don't like my armor?
No, Kev, no, I did not like your armor. Oh, our crit chance must be, yeah, up to 73%. Diamond Gumball's doing work.
Stand down and submit to
Cryo Mastery, reaching the summit, neither of those are a huge deal on account of my complete inability to freeze. Icebreaker is definitely a huge upgrade over the bow. This just removes freeze as a counter to my build. Not that my build actually can be frozen, because everything except the toxic Caltrops really barely matters by comparison. It makes a shielded enchant not useless, but I'm not exactly jazzed about that. There's a real argument I should have skipped it to have better upgrade vendors.
I've been watching your progress. At last, here you are.
Ah! I am strongly tempted to take Diamond Defense Grid. 50% shield? What do I die to? Big bonk, some sort of one-shot build probably. Yeah, done.
Learn much today.
I think anything that happens over time, I just like grind them out with the Caltrops. This is a ton of gold over time, and I need something to upgrade soon. I'll take it.
On behalf of the Grand Society of blah blah blah, bye!
16 gold until the next upgrade. Scamming Barcoon's fairly funny. I'd like to do that.
Enjoying your seeds, acorns.
Yeah, I'm not really a fast use build. I don't see Atlas Stone happening. I could buy Regal Blade just to upgrade this. That seems very frivolous.
Oh, look.
Yeah, no, I'll wait on that. It doesn't matter at all.
I can feel my leaves falling.
8-win Dooley. Oh shit, we're on 9 wins. This might be the end of it.
dreams are
It's probably the end of it. Dooley is not well poised against 200 damage, 20 poison, lifesteal Caltrops. He has knife tricks though, which is actually probably, oh shit. Critical Core looks very different and very cool. Also, I don't think it's going well for him. I don't think it's going well for him at all. Yeah, that's about right. New patch, new meta, new items, same Caltrops. Although, to be fair, in this last fight, it was mostly the Atlatl going off 10 times and the Lion's Cane. It wasn't really the Caltrops. He didn't live long enough for the Caltrops to be the problem. Yeah, Crook is in. It's just still incredibly solid. There's nothing bad to say about Crook. I'm surprised Jabali and Longbow made it to the end. I just didn't find Belt ever. I didn't find any random other medium items like a Flamethrower. Restorative Atlatl is just disgusting in direct combination with Invigorating Blade to self-trigger because its cooldown gets so low. Deadly Crook for insane crit chance. The enchant here on Lion Cane hardly matters, but it is good since I'm accidentally a poison build thanks to the ridiculous toxic Caltrops, and I really can't overstate. I'm not sure we're at 10 wins right now. We might be like on death's door on like 7 wins right now if it weren't for Big Ego. The amount of sustain that offered is genuinely ridiculous. Those Beast of Burden builds might have just killed me if I didn't have this. The rest of this really didn't matter too much. Like right-handed and strong arm are both good because they put 45 damage on Caltrops, but most of these other skills were largely irrelevant. Very strong build, Caltrops still great, and if everything else is getting nerfed or changed and Crook is largely staying the same with a powerful endgame option open to it, then that means Crook is once again strong. I don't know how reliable it is, but I have a sneaking suspicion that if you make bronze items less common, then builds reliant on silver starting items should inherently get better. So that patch note should imply that Crook's actually just a little bit easier to make happen than it used to be. Anyway, that's my first game on the new patch. I've been rather incoherent. I'm having a blast with Bazaar. I've really been enjoying the past week's meta, and I think I'm looking forward to this patch a lot. I hope that this actually turns into a really healthy meta and a fun one. The first days are always really fun. Sometimes it evolves into a complete nightmare after 3 days or so, once the outliers have been identified. But so far, having a blast with Bazaar. I hope you're enjoying watching it. Anyways, that'll be all. I've been Rather Incoherent. Thank you for your time. If you made it this far, then please do all the things to boost the video up in the algorithm, like, comment, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. I do really appreciate it, and I cannot overstate my gratitude towards the people supporting this channel, both as patrons over on Patreon and here on YouTube as channel members. I'll see all of you in the next one.